This is our newest arrival. We think she was hit by a car. She has scrubs and swelling on the side of the face and probably in concussion. We hope that we will be able to release her. For the moment she will need to be at a quiet place, rest, and we're going to give her critical care till she is stabilized.
Our new arrival is just eating some food. She manages quite well by herself, although sometimes she does chuck it around because her movement isn't, coordination isn't wonderful, to be expected, but she does prefer to eat by herself. So she's eaten some papaya, some avocado. This morning she ate some apples. She's got some grapes in there as well.
Some of you might have already recognized some of the previous footage. We're just fast tracking this little juvenile that came in that was knocked down, motor vehicle accident, suffering from head trauma and concussion. So she was found in actually a car repair place, panel beaters, and they informed us and we went to collect her there. It's very important for us to try and get as much information as possible. What time of day the little one was found, if there was other members of the troop around, the day of the week. All of this makes a very big difference in the chances of us actually finding the correct troop to take the little one back to. Now, sometimes when these little guys are found, they seem to be very tame. Because of the concussion, they seem to hug humans or get close to them. We're not really too sure why, but they don't show fear. I shouldn't say we don't know why. It's definitely due to the concussion. But slowly, as they regain consciousness and realize where they are, you can see with this little one here how snappy they become. Now, you must remember this little one is close to a year of age. And you can see it's ready to bite the heck out of anybody that really gets close. Now this will happen in any situation at home, even if you've kept it as a pet. If people come and visit that aren't in the near family or aren't in the house every single day, they are looked at as foreign troop members. And of course monkeys are very protective, very protective of their areas and their family. So what happens if this person comes around, they stand a highly likely chance of actually being bitten by this little one, which isn't very, very pleasant, not for the person and not for the family involved. So that's why they don't really make, well, they don't make good pets at all, because of these traits and the strict social structure that they're actually brought up in means they take these things out on the family that they're actually living with. So within the first 3 months you're not going to see this, but as they get older from 3 months onwards and their teeth start forming properly, this behavior starts coming out a lot more and more. And within that time you're definitely going to have some stranger, or I shouldn't say stranger, someone that's not there every single day come and visit you. And that's where the trouble starts, and these little guys actually get chastised and locked up and things like this, which actually leads to a lot more trauma later on.
This is the new juvenile. She arrived about a week ago. She has now moved to sickbay. Because she doesn't need the special care one-on-one anymore. So she's now in sickbay and enjoying it here, getting used to the new environment. Because she's quite wild, she doesn't like humans, and therefore she makes it quite difficult to film.
So you can see how this little one's trying to tell everyone to stay away from her with the facial expressions that she's really making. It is kind of difficult for her in some ways because she's holding her food bowl and it's probably realized that the food's coming from these people on the other side of the fence. Not that she really likes them at all, but of course all monkeys like to have something to eat now and again, so it puts her in a little bit of a difficult situation. Well, yeah, we can see the tremendous progress, how well she's moving around, jumping and climbing from the concussed state that she was when she came in. And now she's become a little monkey again, ready to bite anybody who comes close. So our biggest thing now is to try and get her all bundled up and start preparing for the trip to go out and find her mom. So we've got Michaela over here, who's got it all wrapped up in a nice blanket, going to take her through to the vehicle so that we can go with a couple of us and see if we can actually find out where her troop was. Fortunately, we do have all the information about where she was found, more or less, and at what time. So what we do is we leave at the same time of day, so that we can get at the same time, more or less, that she was found, or an hour or two before that time, so that we can get there when we're quite certain that the troop should be in the actual area. Well, our scouting team, all eager and waiting for the mission on the back. Just got to get the little one sorted out. And of course we're going to be on our way now and see if we can go and find the home of this little one.
So exciting.
Well, we're on our way, and of course this is one of the favorite things that we're allowed to do in South Africa, is sit on the back of an open vehicle as long as there is safety railings. So it is quite nice and does make it easier to spot the animals if we need to, or the monkeys. It is a bit of a trip right through town, so this little monkey was actually found in one of our industrial areas, and this is where we're on our way through to. And of course one of the hardest parts, or the most difficult part, is actually trying to find the troop of monkeys. So this is more or less the area where the little guy came from. So we're going to be driving around here and just try and see if we can spot any monkeys at all in this particular area, or up and down the roads in this area, to see if they are here. So it could be anywhere. This is actually where it was found, on the left hand side in those buildings. So we assume this is the bush that he must have actually come from. But of course nothing around here. We couldn't spot anyone. None of my helpers on the back of the vehicle could see any monkeys. I think they were just enjoying the scenic ride and being able to stand up and see what's actually going on. But fortunately, as we came around the corner, there I managed to spot one little monkey under the tree, and of course once you've spotted one, the rest of them just seem to pop out of nowhere. So there's the first little monkey that we see running along the fence that you can see over there, and then we started seeing a lot more of them up in the trees, and now the rush begins to try and get this little one out as quickly as possible, so that he can run over and reach the rest of the monkeys. One of the biggest things, that these monkeys get picked on a lot and chased away, so they're very scared of humans. So whenever you stop, they seem to disappear very, very quickly, and that's why it's sometimes essential for us to try and get them out to the troop as fast as we can before they run away. Whether she's looking back to say thank you or not, I don't know. But another frightening thing is there you see this razor wire. This razor wire is terrible, terrible stuff, and sometimes the younger monkeys actually get their tails actually caught in it. And they can't pull themselves free, or the mothers try to rip them and they get degloved, or their tails get degloved in these particular areas. So terrible wire that people actually use for security, not really meant for monkeys, but for people climbing over the wall. But for wildlife, it has its downsides. Well, here comes one of the little juveniles, probably the same age more or less as Hope, to see how things are going on. You can see there's no real aggression shown at all. Basically more looking at us to see what's going on. Hope probably in a little bit more of a sadder situation, because I do believe she was with her mom during the accident, and her mom, as a good possibility, was killed. So she would still be trying to find her mom in the troop until she finds out she's no longer there. But you can see the other ones are very relaxed around her, so this is how we do know it is definitely her troop. They're not scared or fighting or trying to bite her. She's very comfortable with the surroundings, which is very, very important. She seems to know the trees and where to climb and where to look for, and that is the important part about it. So the other monkeys are probably kind of like, where the heck have you been? You know, give her a good smell, sniff, just check her out and say, goodness gracious, what's actually happened here? So they still probably got to break the unfortunate news to this little one that her mom didn't actually make it. So maybe a little bit of a sad reunion for her in one way, because as I say, she wouldn't quite know at this point what's actually happened to her mom. But she will find her other sisters within the troop, and of course they will sort of let her know what's going on. So hopefully things will go a lot better for her from here on. We're just spending a few more moments trying to spot the rest of the family and see how Hope runs around and acclimatizes to everybody. You can see there's a couple of monkeys, if you're very far sighted, on the fence running along there, which is great, and they're all getting together. So I think this was a great end to season 5. Thank you everybody for joining us and watching it. I hope you did enjoy this release. It is also one of the most satisfying things that we actually do, is getting a monkey all fixed up and being able to get them back to their family, because ultimately this is what it's all about. This is where they should be living. Not that it's the best area for these guys, but there is still some natural bush out there in the background that they can enjoy. We did notice a couple of nice fig trees and things that they can feed on, so the area is still sustainable, just not the best area, not with this road running through, but these little guys don't have much choice nowadays. So thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying this with us and sharing the program. We're looking forward to working on season 6 for everybody, which hopefully should be out next week if I can get it organized. That's the main thing, but we have got some nice quick footage, good footage. Thank you. See you then.